Hey guys, welcome to the Gripscast. I'm gonna try calling it that and see if you guys like the flow of that. I think I should change the name. It is September the 26th, 2012, my birthday, and my present is to teach you guys how to play Sit-N-Gos and make more money with your online poker experience. So I think we'll get to the action pretty soon. We're going to be playing 4 Sit-N-Gos ranging from 6 max to 10-handed, and buy-ins going from $1.50 up to $15. So it's good that we cover like a nice wide range of buy-ins and can see how the different limits play. Hope you guys find that interesting. And for anyone who didn't watch the World Series of Poker coverage last night, you really missed out. Greg Emerson put on a masterclass and how to turn your hands into a bluff. If you haven't caught it, get on pokertube.com to catch the episode when it goes up, probably in a day or two. It's definitely worth watching. So with that, I'm going to get on call with Daniel and take us into the action. Hey Daniel, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
What do we got for the first one? The $3 6 max? Awesome.
Yep, and looks like some people are already kind of crazy on that, so good for them, I guess.
Yeah. It's nice in the Sit-N-Gos that like people get so many chips so they feel like they can really like screw around, and it's a bad strategy for them, but it's a great strategy for us.
Yeah.
It's just them giving it away.
Oh,
But
this guy's all in too. Look at that. I don't know. I get really excited when people go in. I'm just begging for someone else to call and lose, just so I can kind of
yeah,
win easy, I guess.
yeah, the closer you can get to the money without having to play a hand is always a big perk. I've actually had some Sit-N-Gos, 6 max and 10-handed as well, where I didn't even have to get over starting stack, and everyone just busted each other. You get a free double buy and like a chance to build up even more. So do you want to tell the guys about your experience so far with online poker? Maybe.
Sure. Yeah. I started playing in college, and I ended up winning some money in college. And I don't think it's because I was a super great player. I just think it's that they were super poor players. Um, So it was, I don't know, kind of piqued my interest a little bit. I haven't started studying it really until rather recently. So um, one of those things that I've grown exceedingly excited about. So let's see here. Let's see if we can scam off something.
Had you read any books or websites in college to get an edge on the competition, or were you just naturally a little bit better than them?
It was not before. I didn't start reading books until the last couple of months, actually, to be honest. So I just think like I knew, I don't know, it was really not me being a good player, just, you know, like seeing a pair on the board and being like, oh, I have something, yay.
Yeah.
And, and then, playing it. Um, I don't know, that's stupid over there. So, I don't know, won some money to buy books and stuff, which is good. We got to eat for a week. Eating is good.
It's always good to have that extra money for the bars.
Yeah. No, I never would have considered, I guess, online poker as, I don't know, probably didn't have the guts to do it then, or the finances, really.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I have some friends now who are a little confused about playing online, and I think I'm on a
Conf
mission to.
Confused in what way? Like whether it's rigged or whether it's like profitable or just like how to
Well,
play
it's,
it.
yeah, I think most of my friends assume that poker is a game of chance.
Right.
So I'm on a mission to civilize them, I guess, and prove that it's not.
Well, good luck to you, man. I'm sure that a
Uh,
lot of people watching this video are on the same quest. Got to prove the parents wrong, prove their friends wrong.
yeah, I haven't even told my parents yet that I play online.
Someone's gonna
I'm
break
afraid of what they
through.
would say.
Just keep them on the need to know basis.
Yeah, well, it's really not a change from when I was in college. So
Yeah.
Ace Jack's not bad, I guess.
I mean, it's relative, right? If the action ahead of you is suggestive that no one has anything strong, ace jack's plenty good. But facing some heavy heat, we're definitely gonna step to the sidelines.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I feel like even that is enough to scare me away from that ace jack almost.
Okay.
I mean,
I wouldn't fault you for folding because in the early stages it's fine to play tight and really stick with the triple threat
yeah,
of having everything going your way. Um, you're probably going to be ahead of his range for opening the cutoff. Like he's going to
okay,
have worse hands than you, but he still has the advantages of both being in position and having the lead in the hand, which makes it tough for you to win a good size pot. You might be stuck only either winning a small pot or losing a big one. So
yeah. I don't know. I generally play kind of tight anyway, just because I don't know. I guess I'm still kind of a chicken.
just call with those deuces though. You're getting a really good price. That's a 5-1 immediate. Plus, you wanna see the flops while they're cheap with the hands that have a really good like kind of jackpot potential. Hands that if you hit it, you can confidently just get all your chips and be as much as like
Right.
98% favor.
Yeah.
And if you miss, you lost 20 chips. But think, as the blinds go up 10 minutes, 20 minutes from now, you can't even do anything with 20 chips. It's like a non-factor. So you might
Right.
as well use the blind structure to your advantage and use
Yeah.
chips while you can. That's something I learned in multi-table tournaments because I used to play pretty tight in the early stages. Didn't want to mix it up too much.
Yeah. Let's see.
And
He bet 40 there. I bet. I don't know.
I would probably just call, given that you limped in pre-flop, we're kind of just gonna like do a pot control thing. Also, the only bad card for you is an ace.
What was that?
Well, that's a good card for you. um, the main reason I'm thinking call is better than raise on that flop is you really have no turn cards that you're afraid of.
Okay, so let's see. So, I don't know. I'm thinking that he might have hit his flush.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, just call. You're getting 7.5 to 1 on your money.
yeah.
If he has a hand like two pair, he's still going to be afraid that you have a straight or a flush, so it's not that likely he'll be willing to call a raise from you. So just calling and showing down is going to be the best play. What
Oh,
did
did
he?
I get that one?
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm getting some lag, so I don't know, but I think you won that pot.
Yeah. I'm inclined to raise just because it's been kind of slow so far with
Oh
these
yeah,
guys.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Is that a party?
Yeah, the boys are playing. They just got the new FIFA yesterday. They're
Nice.
big soccer fans, so they're enjoying it. You got to click take my seat on table 3. We got timed out.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I mean, it's easy to get distracted when you got a lot of hands to deal with.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, this is probably the three tables is as much as I've done, so I'm still kind of getting used to this. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not too happy with that. Oh,
You,
weird.
you don't ever want to use the autofill post flop because an opportunity might arise where people
Right.
say
Yeah.
they have
That's.
absolutely nothing.
Let's see.
You could try a bet here,
Fire a bet here, maybe. Yeah, I was
like
thinking.
80.
I don't know. That'll probably scare them off or something. They'll probably think I have a flush.
Yeah. Just
Or
that
maybe
if
not.
if they have even king high or jack high, and you can get them to fold that, which is a hand that would beat you at showdown, then your bet is showing a positive expectation by giving you a great
Okay.
chance. You got to bet there, though, man. You have a big
Um,
straight.
so, let me go ahead and call that. Hold on just a second. Let me catch up here.
Yeah, just bet like 120.
I kind of want to check this and just get out of the way because I
No,
don't feel like I have
you
much
have
going for me.
you have a straight.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Where?
you have a straight on table 1.
How the hell did I miss that?
Yeah, you got to bet
Actually,
120 and bet 75 on table two and fold on table three.
oh man. Okay, see, I got distracted, so that's pretty good. I don't know, small bet maybe.
Yeah, I got like 75.
Oh, so okay,
Um, we're going to talk about bet sizing at the end of the
okay,
video.
yeah, because that's something that I'm not so awesome at either. So
Yeah, that's good. Baby steps. You just got to get all the fundamentals in place, and then you'll be
yeah,
able
which
to
is a good
get
discussion for me
accuracies.
because I'm far from the world's best poker player. So
How long have you been playing online poker for?
a couple weeks
Okay,
actually.
so
Yeah.
you're real fresh virgin to the game almost.
Yes, yeah, and I like learning, so I'm really I was excited to see that there was such thing as grips.com. Very neat experience for me.
Yeah, I'm really happy that people have shown a lot of interest in the project. I was worried, I was gonna put forth a lot of effort and people have been like, there's better stuff out there. But it's been a really positive feedback and a really good experience for me so far.
Yeah, it's I don't even know how I found out about it to be honest. I think I was maybe watching some broadcasts on YouTube of like the World Series of Poker maybe or something like that,
Yeah,
and came across just in the related links, or something. So
yeah. Do you think guys are more excited about meeting virgins in real life, or poker pros are more excited about getting virgins on the table?
oh, was that a question for me?
Yeah, question for you, question for anyone. Maybe it's
I
more of
don't
a
really.
rhetorical question.
I don't know really how I'm supposed to answer that.
Because I know that like from playing from being in the game for a while, when you get a new player, like someone who's new to the game who wants to
Yeah,
start playing on in your games, it's like it's the greatest thing ever.
yeah. Well, I don't. It's. I guess if I were super experienced at online poker, I'd be really excited about playing with someone who's been only playing a couple of weeks too. But I don't know. I'm kind of smart, so uh, check this out.
It's pretty help. Yeah, if you're smart and you're driven, it's all about just having the right resources. And that's the
Right.
real
So
goal
what?
with my website is to put them all in the same place.
Yeah.
Question
So
about
what dumbass pushes sevens with no one out in the game yet? I don't understand.
it's pretty stupid. He's unlikely to get called by worse. That was kind of his best case scenario there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of, what a dick though. I mean, he had a really good hand.
Yeah, king queen suited. Why couldn't they just take a flop? You got to learn how to play with these assholes, though, man. They're always trying to mess with your mojo.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of a dick to me now. I don't like him already.
Well, it's
I think
good.
I played with this guy before too.
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick too. So,
What about you're a fucking donk? Is he an asshole?
wait, what?
The guy whose name is you're a fucking donk.
Oh wait, where? Oh, yeah. I wonder if he's an ass. Wow, we all in again? Jeez.
That guy clearly got tilted. Table one. And see, like, that's bad, If you obviously you're gonna be a little pissed when sevens beats your king queen suited,
Yo,
but
yeah.
you can't just
I
blow it
had
off after that.
I had 7-3 offsuit beat a pair of aces the other day. So
Ew.
I mean, that's when you just have to stand up and go drink a little bit, and then
Yeah,
not play poker for a while.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna raise this. What do you think?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be raised for sure.
Oh, they didn't want to play. Do that.
You got it. Yeah, bet.
Yeah.
It's it's not often that I see a lot of open limping, but I've implemented it before in like multi-table tournaments, so I know like the way to deal with open limping is if you open limp, and no one else calls, and you see the flop heads up with the big blind, you pretty much
Yeah.
just bet small every time he checks to you, and it's a really low variance steal attempt.
Yeah.
The key is to just always take that stab, though. And it's interesting because if you raise pre-flop, you're risking the same amount that you would if you limp in and bet the flop really small. So it's not standard, but it can have its merits, especially in things where the structure is like fairly shallow. There can actually be
Yeah.
some benefit to open limping just to keep the size of the pot really small.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you can have that, but there you go. Oh, nice. That's not terrible, I guess. Oh, really? What a day.
I mean, you're kind of asking for it.
Wait, which table are you talking about?
Table two.
Oh, well, oh yeah, I guess I did kind of limp in, didn't I?
Yeah, if you limp in, you gotta expect people are gonna raise you. But
Yeah,
you
I don't
should
know.
just
Is it
fold.
worth it?
No. It's
Just fold.
yeah, folding's the right
Yeah,
play
yeah,
because if you limp
yeah.
call there, you're out of position. You don't have the lead in the hand, and you don't even have that strong a hand. You have a hand that could be dominated. You can get
By
in some money.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah, and like it's just gonna be so hard for you to win that pot. And if you do
yeah,
win the pot, it's probably because you hit really hard, and then the odds of him connecting with the board as well are like next to zero. So it's just like it would be a really unprofitable situation to
yeah.
proceed in that hand from that point on.
Three bet maybe.
Three bet's fine. Call's also fine. I think since it's a sit and go, I'd prefer to call and try to
Okay,
hit top pair before we commit more money. Because if we
okay.
three bet and we get four bet off the hand, that sucks. And if we three bet, we also knock out a lot of the hands that we have in bad shape. And now you got to bet a little bigger,
Oh,
just
nice.
because he's not going to fold for a minute. Um,
Uh, should
I would
I
go
wait?
like
What was
I would go like 275.
really
Yeah, if you want him to fold anything, you have to bet
on
a
table one?
sizable amount. Yeah, or you can
Two.
check. If you're afraid, you can check back, and we'll just take it to showdown, and then we can do some
Well, look,
analysis based on his hand.
hey man, if you say 275, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm not scared. Actually, I'm a little scared, but I don't know. We'll see.
275.
Oh, now 375.
275. Yeah. All right. Because when oh, there you go. Now you got the best of it, probably.
I might about that actually. Let's see what happens. And yeah, yeah.
And can you hit the ID button in the top corner so we can see what his hand was?
What was that?
Yeah, where it says ID 3096BB or whatever. Click that. I want to see what his hand was. So I thought he was on ace high when he check called the flop for min, and that's why I was suggesting that we bet big on the turn. Okay, so the only reason he called you on the turn was because he hit a pair of jacks. He's floating with Jack 10 high because you bet so small. So what I was saying is you kept his calling range really wide on the flop, which means if you bet big on the turn, you're going to be able to fold out most of the hands he's continued with. But if you bet like minimum again, he's just going
Yeah.
to call because the price is so good. I was going to say on the flop, we just bet bigger, and then he won't call with a Jack 10 there. You know, we can just get the fold right away. But by betting small, you're offering them a good price, and you're making it unlikely that they're going to fold much. You're just
Hmm.
kind of like minimizing your fold equity by keeping with the super small bets, which is great when you're value betting, but is kind of unoptimal when you're bluffing.
Yeah.
Like on this hand, I'm all about the small bets. We want to get cautious.
All right. I don't know. Does he want me to think he's got queens, like a set?
Yeah, he's representing two pair of trips.
Yeah.
What happened pre-flop?
What was that?
What happened before the flop?
Um, I cannot remember.
Okay. Well, I would probably call here, and if he bets big on the river, then fold,
Okay.
just to like keep him honest. Because since you've bet really small, he could also be like doing that raise with a worse hand for value. Somewhat unlikely, but possible. Wow, he's really.
Yeah.
That's a good price. I don't know if I could fold for that price, but I don't think we're good very often. We have to be right. Like
Yeah, I don't know. It's just he we did beat him that last hand too, so I don't know if he's just trying to like scare me off of this too.
we can put in the tilt factor. I mean, we don't have that much to lose if we call and we're wrong, and we have a lot to gain if we're right. It's 360 to win 1600.
Uh-huh.
I think it's worth looking him up here.
Okay.
Even if we're
Well, let's
wrong,
do
we
it.
get information. So let's just call and
Oh,
see.
nice.
There.
All right. So all in, pair of queens over here. I don't know.
I would fold. With two people
Yeah,
already in, it's not worth it. If only one guy's
yeah.
in there, you might get in there, but
The
again, like your kicker's not very good.
right.
So yeah, what a joke. He got three-handed on the turn, poor guy.
Oh man. I bet his ass hurts now. This is a shitty ass hand. What is
Yeah,
this?
let's check again, and then maybe we'll bluff the river. Maybe. I don't know. We could bet like, yeah, just to get him off like king high or something, right? Because we're not going to win by
Yeah.
checking, and we get these, and it's very likely that he's not calling.
Uh,
See a flop one way or another. I don't
yeah.
care
I'm
how
gonna
you.
raise though. I feel
Okay.
like putting some pressure on these guys
Okay. Okay.
because they've been pretty tight so far, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now, if we're going to see bet to get some fold equity, you want to bet like about 180.
180.
Yeah.
So okay.
Because if you think about it, if you bet 60, he's going to be like, there's 360 out there. I only have to call 60 to continue. Why would he fold anything? You know, he's getting a good
Right.
price. So, like, in general, the smallest you want to bet should be about 50% of the pot, and your bet size should generally be between 50 and 75% of whatever's in the middle.
Okay.
So, your bet
Yeah. I
size is
think.
relative to the pot size.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that I need to read up on most is. I mean, so far, but what I've been the decisions I've been making as far as bets have been, I guess, controlled chaos. Um, I mean, I don't feel like I have a lot of science in what I'm doing.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Did you watch the videos on the main page about how to play the flop, turn, and river?
Are you serious?
He's
That never happens to me. Sorry.
so let's
Am I gonna
go
slow?
120 though. We want to build the pot a little bit,
Okay.
but we'll bet really small, 120 or 100. Because if he has nothing, he's not going to give us any money anyway.
Anyway, right.
If he
Okay.
has a pair or something with a straight draw, he's going to be willing to pay 120 to see another street. Then there's going
Yeah.
to be 500 in the middle. He might be willing to pay like 300. Whereas if we check the flop and there's 300 there, we can't bet bigger on the turn.
Sure.
And in the situations where he has nothing, yeah, it sucks. But no matter what we do, we're not getting paid anyway. So we might as well rule out those times and make our play according to the times that he does have some piece of the board.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure in the videos on the main page, how to play flop, turn, and river, I cover which textures you want to be betting on and how to structure your bet sizing. And
Okay.
and
Maybe send me a link for that so I can.
okay, I'll,
Yeah.
I'll
Because I
put
will
it
certainly study that.
I'll put it in the chat for everyone who's watching live. Yeah, I mean, you probably didn't catch them because they're in the vintage section. They're kind of they're older videos that I made
Old,
like 2 years
school.
ago. Yeah, old school, but it's good information.
Another all in. I think I will fold.
Who? Ah, that's the $1. Makes sense. People are just shipping it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we could be doing better on this $10 game. I mean,
The $10 one is going to be more about waiting it out.
yeah, and I haven't lost an exorbitant amount of money here either. Is this guy really, what a dick. You know what? Fuck that guy. But I'm going to assume that his opening range is going to be a little wider, just because
Oh
he's
yeah,
so yeah
he's over it. He has a high
yeah.
OI factor, as we say.
So this guy's been playing really tight, so I'm going to raise, see if I can get him to fold maybe.
Sure, but again, if you raise 240, you're going to be able to fold out a much larger percentage of his hands than you are by raising the minimum.
Oh,
Not to say that
okay.
raising the minimum is bad. You also, let's fold that 7-8 while we discuss that.
Yeah,
Raising minimum's fine. Again, some people, they're just going to fold their trash anyway. It doesn't make a difference what size you make it. You also keep the size of the pot smaller when you're out of position. And against someone who defends their blind a bit more, that would be
right.
good. But if it's someone who's going to, always see the flop for minimum, but when you 3x it, they're only going to play the top 20% of hands.
Sure.
By putting in one more big blind, you're getting 80% more folds.
Okay. So really, I mean, I just need
Really,
to be raising this a little bit more then, because I've always gone just by like minimum raise, really.
okay. Yeah, I saw you do the minimum raise and the minimum bet. If
Right.
you're blind versus blind, I would suggest raising 3 times the big blind.
Three. Okay. I should.
If
Right. Okay. Let me
in
write that
early
down.
position, 3 times the big blind because you're at the positional disadvantage. In middle position, 2.5 times the big blind. And then on the button and the cutoff, you can go minimum. Now, anywhere from min to 3x is fine, but
Okay.
generally, the worse position, the larger you want to raise, just to
Sure.
discourage people from
Yeah.
calling you in position.
That definitely makes sense.
Also, in some games, you can skew your raise size. If you have a hand that you want to play multi-way, you'd raise small to encourage multi-way action. And with hands you want to play heads up, you would raise
Yeah.
larger to get more folds.
Now, I was reading because we got some downtime here. It looks like. Um, I was reading your article on Sit-N-Gos, and it was a little bit different than what because I've read a couple of other approaches too. So you suggest that you splash around a little bit in the first first couple of blinds, right?
Yeah.
So I've also read to play like super tight, and I mean only play premium hands
Mm-hmm.
in the first couple of blinds, and then try to steal and like I don't know, I guess take advantage of how tight people think you're trying to play.
Yeah, the Chris Moneymaker approach.
Okay, so which I mean, because I think they're both really smart. Oh, I hope this guy goes out. He's probably not though.
Got outs. Peace. See ya.
He deserved it.
God. Yeah, that bluff you tried to do on us was so pointless.
You know, that's good for my money though, isn't it? I mean, that's
Yeah,
only
yeah, it's 13 big blinds. Now, we're going to go with it. I haven't seen him
okay.
do much, so I assume he will have like a good hand, like nines or better, but
All right.
it's still more likely we're ahead of like 40% of the hands we're flipping with whatever call. He's
Yeah.
going to have ace king twice as often as he's going to have a pair, and we're folding
Wow.
anyway.
Oh man, on fives. He was doing well too. I don't know. I don't understand why.
Well, he might have felt like with 13 big blinds, there wasn't really any other play.
Yeah. See, well, that's another. Oh, well, cool. We won money there.
Oh, that was a
Um,
double or nothing.
yeah, they all are actually.
Okay. Oh, wow, that,
So,
that totally changes strategy a little bit.
which is what I was gonna start to talk about a little bit, or at least ask you about, because those were really the only rooms that had some play on them when I was registering. Like, I don't know. It seemed like a lot of people on this particular poker service are really interested in the double up because
Yeah.
they can make money faster, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, Now is like that last game where I had I don't know, probably like a pretty big chip lead on everyone. Um, just kind of sitting out a little bit, letting them fight amongst themselves.
Yeah.
I
I think
mean,
on that table, with all those chips and the fact that it's a double or nothing, we just like do cheap steals and stuff and don't really try to do anything too crazy to like jeopardize all the chips we've accumulated.
yeah.
Um,
So blinds is so our blinds have gone up a little bit. Are we gonna try to start stealing a little bit more here, or
Well,
not with that hand?
it's
No.
based on our stack size. So on table one, we have about 13 big blinds. We can see that flop because we're getting a good price. So our strategy is going to be pretty much to pick a hand and shove with it for maximum fold equity because it's like a 20% chip up if we get through. And our stack size just kind of, it's a check fold by the way, puts
Yeah,
us in a position that we can't do anything like speculative. We don't really have any play. We just have to shove and pray. And on the
yeah.
other one, we have 15 big blinds, so it's kind of the same situation. Now,
Okay.
if we were to double up and have like 20 bigs or 25, where other people are on that awkward stack size where they can't do anything, now we can take advantage of our position a little bit and try to put
Yeah.
some pressure on them. But at
Well, I
this point,
feel so. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. This, I mean, they've been pretty docile the entire time. I should probably fire one, right?
yeah, it could be.
Or they're just slow playing something maybe, or
I just see that KYD has a lot of chips, so I'm afraid that he can just call with any piece.
okay.
And I
So
think
I'll
if
just
we had a piece, we would have bet it on the turn, so we don't. Although it looks
yeah.
like they don't have anything, we're not really repping anything, and there you go.
Right. Yeah. You'll probably show it too. 'Cause- oh, maybe not. It seems like that happens every. Oh, cool. I just won without meaning to.
But your question about the sit-and-go thing in the article, the strategies that I talked about, see, like this guy's shorter than you, so you could make it like 200 and try to steal, or even 180.
Okay.
Definitely
Well, I
just
think I think 200 makes sense. I
okay.
mean, because I don't know. I've been really tight on this table too, so he's
Yeah,
probably going to think I have something really nice.
yeah, and he's only going to play premium, so that we're going to look for a lot of those small spots to just kind of tread water and stay afloat.
Right. Yeah. Which I mean, I'm back to right around where I started. So I mean, I feel like we like I haven't made a lot of really terrible mistakes on that table too. So
But the sit and go strategy thing, the techniques I wrote in my article are more so applicable to regular payout structure, like in a
sure.
10-handed where top three are paid, six-handed where top two are paid.
Yeah.
Because in the double or nothing sit and goes, it is more about survival, trying to get one double up, and then just kind of sitting on that. Yeah, bet 2/3 pot on table one, just because if he does check call, we have a gut shot, so we have a little bit of equity, and if he has nothing, we can take the pot down.
Okay.
And we just
Which we
we need to take those little pots when we can get them for
okay.
small risk. If it folds here, though, we have to go all in with threes.
Okay.
And if KYD limps, I would probably still go all in because you look at we have 1,000 in our stack. There's 200 dead. So if he folds, we're chipping up 20%.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
And first thing is, what are the odds that he even has a hand that's going to call us? You know, that's
right.
maybe 20% of the time he'll call. And then when he does, what's his equity against our hand? We're going to be flipping a bunch. We're still only a 4-to-1 dog when we're behind. So there are a lot of ways that we can see some profit in that situation by going all in with the threes.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas like limping, we're giving him a free shot to see three cards and maybe realize some equity on us.
Yeah. Some of these guys are so proud of the hands they have, they just can't they can't resist showing them.
Yeah.
It's like cool, you had ace king suited, man. No one really gives a fuck.
How cool do you feel with ace king offsuit right now? You probably feel
Well,
pretty awesome.
I don't know. I feel like I feel pretty cool with that.
I wish we could like go to your webcam right now and see your face and be like, oh my god, ace king. Oh my god. I know my
I don't know.
face looks like this.
I don't know. What do you think here? Because it's, I mean,
Shove. There's
really the whole thing.
well, if we
I mean, it's
re-raise anything less, we're committed. If we
okay.
can get him to fold, we're gonna chip up 30%. And if he calls, I mean, unless he has aces or kings, we have really good equity.
Okay.
So let's maximize our fold equity here. and we still can get some pot equity. Yeah,
Uh, sh-
fold
should I
for
just let
yeah,
should you just let that go? Okay,
because for him to be raising, see,
that's not terrible.
and the thing is,
Uh,
if we call and we see that flop, we don't get paid in full. And in this double or nothing tournament, we're just trying to find one double up.
yeah.
And now that we have, we can sit. We the Dorado guy's been tight, right? Hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can we min raise that, or do you not feeling that? I mean,
It's
we're
to like I don't know, like 250 maybe or
yeah.
okay. Actually, yeah, I think that I don't know. I feel like that's a good idea.
It sucks that we don't have more chips, but he's been playing so tight that I feel like we have to apply pressure.
Now I don't know.
Now we fold.
We're oh yeah okay
We are getting 2-1, but I don't know with just like a raggedy jack if we
yeah
get half out of it.
yeah. He has been playing pretty tight too, so he probably had you know I don't know something better than that shitty hand I had.
And like if he'd been a splashier player, I wouldn't have even considered trying to raise his blind because that's a spot where people expect you to kind of fuck with them, and some guys don't want to be pushed around there.
Yeah
But he just been so weak so far that I figured why not.
yeah
There's also the cheap steal that you can try blind versus blind if they'll let you of limping in and then just betting like half pot on any flop. And
yeah.
if they have raggedy cards that miss the board, you're just going to take it down. And that's a way to try to make a steal with even less variance than raising pre-flop.
So at this point in the game, I mean, if I have something I'm going to play, it's going to go all in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder what hand he could have had.
And it's good to just be patient.
Yeah. Or just hope that they just kill each other, which is fine with me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so I just got, I mean, I just, you know, doubled up here. So I'm more inclined to not play anything but premium hands. Do you agree?
We're going to steal when we can, but it's going to be
Okay.
about position. Our position here is horrible, so
Yeah,
we're
it is.
definitely
Yeah,
folding.
we're done with that.
But
Okay.
like, let's look at spots when we're the button. The small blind and big blind both have 10 big blinds. We're going to be raising like 80% of buttons to 250 just because there's nothing they can do unless they pick up a hand.
Hmm.
Now, we're not going to be playing all in pots, but we're going to be doing lots of small stealing.
Okay.
Whereas when we're on the hijack and the big blind is the other guy with 3,000, we're not gonna tango. So it's all about just attacking specific stacks. I think the jack deuce is not quite
Yeah,
good enough.
that's pretty shitty.
And I think in a $1 tournament, we're going to get called wider than we are in like a $10
Like,
tournament.
sure. Yeah,
So
that
we
makes
want
sense.
we want to have a stronger hand because we expect to actually get called.
Yeah.
But on six bigs, we're gonna have to make
Do it soon. Yeah, we
pretty
gotta.
soon.
5-7 is not the time though. I don't know. I feel like the next time that big blind comes around, I'm gonna have to. You know.
Yeah.
I would have had a pair of fives. That's good. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Oh, 7-4 suited too. That's so awesome. Oh wait, I'm not a blind yet. Nah, fuck that.
So if we go through the blinds, we're gonna have
I mean, it has to be
we're gonna
within the
have
next couple of
400.
times, you know.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, raise it. Just
Okay.
make it 280,
280. Okay.
just so it doesn't quite look like men.
10-8 is good, right?
Well, see table two. We're just using our stack size there because there's nothing he can do unless he picks up a hand. And unlike
Right.
table one, where maybe our jack six wasn't the best move, if we get repopped on table two, we don't care because we have so many chips. Whereas on table one, we kind of
Right.
crippled ourselves by making that bad steal. So that's why your stack size is so important when
Okay.
deciding whether to go for steals or not.
So, what do I mean? It's not.
We
It's actually
fold.
kind of yeah.
We fold. We're gonna end up playing a small pot when we do get all in. But hey,
Queen six. I mean,
yeah, if it
yeah,
folds to us, we go for sure.
yeah. 'Cause this
Facing a
guy.
raise, it would depend too. I think if newbie raised, I wouldn't want to go with it. And whitey, yeah, just probably
Uh,
wouldn't.
okay. I'm getting so skinny over here. I'm just wasting away. I'm glad that's happening on the $1.50 game though, and not the $10 game over here.
Why is everyone always asking me to play on Poker Stars? I don't get it.
What was that?
Everyone's always asking me to play on Poker Stars,
Because you're cool and they want to be friends with you.
but I don't like Poker Stars.
It's not even legal for me to play on Poker Stars.
No.
What do you think about that, by the way? The whole, I don't
Oh,
know.
it'll be over in 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that we Americans are petty enough to make it longer than that.
Well, the U.S. government's getting like a $540 million payout from stars to let things happen. And recently, poker was ruled a game of skill in federal court. We could raise that ace nine just to keep. We
I
don't
don't know,
have to
280.
though. Yeah, but
Oh,
280
okay.
seems like a good spot. Yeah, the federal court ruled poker a skill game, which is the first step towards it becoming legalized again in the States.
Yeah.
And it's definitely going to happen soon. And Stars is going to be one of the players because they did that big buyout. Now Party's going to be back. 888.com is going to be
There we
back.
go. This is going all in.
Queen Jack's going in. Pocket
Yeah.
eights keep the raising going.
I like 280 as an amount, actually.
There you go. And it's 2.4x or something. It's
Yeah.
fun.
And I feel like I have good image here too because, oh, really?
He was priced in.
Well, good for us. Yay. Oh, so this is going all in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
no, don't see this. We have a good enough hand that we want to give him room to maybe shove
uh-huh.
on us thinking we're staying. So that's a spot where you could min raise.
Oh, okay. I just
To,
figured that since we're still kind of in bad shape, I mean, well, I guess we're on the bubble here, aren't we? No, we're not. Sorry.
like the decision to either shove or fold or like min raise and call
Okay.
is based on how well your hand does against the hands they can move in on you on. Like let's take a hand like pocket twos, where we're in that situation on table one. The
Okay.
better play is to go all in and maximize our chances of getting our opponent to just fold. Because if we raise small and he moves it all in with like king 10, it's 50-50. Whereas with a hand like queens, we're better off with a min raise because if he wants to make a move with like something like ace 6, we're a 2-to-1 favorite against that hand rather than a coin flip.
Okay.
So if you have a hand that's going to dominate a lot of the hands that he's going to move in over the top of you with, you want to raise small and call it off. Whereas if you
Okay.
have a hand that's like coin flipping or like, even worse, like say like ace 2, and he would fold pocket threes to your shove, but he might shove over your raise, you're better off maximizing your fold equity and just trying to get him out of there.
I mean, bottom pair, he's got a lot.
I would just check it down. Um,
Okay.
we're on the bubble here. We have so few big blinds that we only really want to commit any chips to the pot if we're willing to like go with our hand.
Okay.
So we're just gonna play a really cautious game at this point. Hope the four is good.
Oh, huh.
Um,
He, he probably would. I don't know. Maybe he would have folded. I guess. Doesn't really matter.
yeah, I probably wouldn't even call him.
Okay.
Just because we have 10 big blinds, so every chip is so precious to us right now.
Yeah.
Whereas when we have 40 big blinds, we can be splashing around, we can be stabbing, and that's why in my article I say that with a lot of chips you should play because it's not going to hurt you that much to lose a couple here and there. Whereas when you're short, you don't want to put any money in the pot unless you're willing to go with it.
Yeah. It's because yeah. It's. I guess I'm kind of beat up here. I have so few chips. I guess I could start naming them at this point.
Yeah. Nines, we definitely call.
Okay.
The guys
Oh yeah.
all
No kidding.
2.5 big blinds. We're going to be ahead most of the time, flipping a bunch, whatever. And if we can knock someone out, cool. And in a dry side pot,
Well,
I,
what did you say?
okay, I bet like 400, and if he raises, fold and go all in with ace king on the other table. And the reason
Okay.
for this is with one player all in, there's no value to trying to bluff the other guy out of the pot because you have to beat the short stack to win the pot anyway.
Right. Yeah.
There's no side pot. So when we bet here, he's not going to raise us unless he's got a hand that's way better than ours. So we're getting perfect information, but we're also protecting our equity against a hand like king queen or something from getting lucky. But when there's no money in a side pot, people are much less likely to bluff at it. So you can give them a lot of credit and make good folds.
Gotcha.
I'd raise the king 10 suited, just like
Okay.
375, 350. And
Let's see.
if either of the two short stacks goes in, we'll be priced in a call. But if the two guys in the blinds want to play, we'll just pass because we don't need to risk that many chips.
Okay. I don't.
Same thing. Just make it 350.
Okay.
I know it seems weird because we already have the chips, so like, why do we need to do this? But we're just, ooh, I would probably go all in with the sevens. I don't see any other play. And if they fold, we chip up 50%. And if Whitey has a hand, it's probably something that's flipping with us. It's not that likely he's gonna limp with like eights. Have two high cards
Ah,
playing.
son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Ah,
Damn.
fuck that guy. I didn't like him anyway.
Whatever. At least it was the $1 one.
Yeah.
And that was a spot where just because of the chips that you had, you
Yeah.
just kind of don't have any other play. The cards just play themselves when you're on that stack size. And we got
Yeah.
really, I mean, we got fucking ambushed. The
Yeah.
dude who limped was gonna fold.
Yeah. I didn't feel bad about that. I feel like that was a good call anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
I trust you, man.
it's a skill. It's a partial skill game, but it's still gambling.
Oh,
And
sure.
sometimes
Well,
gambles won't work out.
it's becoming more obvious to me that it's more gambling when you're fucked with chips. You know.
Yeah. And that's why I encourage people to play hands early in the tournament so that they can try to build a stack from the bad players and not
Yeah.
find themselves short in the late stages and still have full freedom. Because when there are bad players in play, you might as well get involved with them rather than playing tight and letting someone else get their chips.
Yeah. Man, we're on the bubble here, and these
Yeah.
couple of
So
guys aren't looking so great.
we're cashing. It's just a
Yeah.
question of like okay, there's a really crazy situation that could come up. If you had aces. Okay,
And someone,
let's say the
yeah,
blinds go through one more time and the two guys on our left have like one big blind.
yeah,
And Okla Outlaw shoves all in and he built up to 5K and you have like 5,500, you would actually be correct to fold aces to his shove. Because if you think about it, the other two guys have one big blind. One of them is guaranteed to bust the next round. So if you
yeah. Might as well
fold,
not risk it. You know.
yeah, we'll fold this. So if you fold, you're guaranteed to cash. But if you call off with aces, yeah, you're going to have the best hand, but 20% of the time,
You're
you're going
gonna
to take a
suck
bad beat
out.
and
Yeah.
lose. Whereas by folding, you're cashing 100% of the time. So that's that weird situation where it's actually correct to fold aces pre-flop.
Nice.
Yeah, let's just see an ace ball and no king like in my fucking W coop. God, what a joke. Good thing the other guy's got half a big.
All right, we're gonna take that guy out then. Well, I don't know.
I might even limp, try to get the shorty in or min raise.
I don't know, 375 maybe.
Okay. It's just that our goal right now is to play a pot with one of the short stacks, not go to war with the big stack guy.
Yeah.
So like if he calls, honestly, I'm not even worried about protecting the hand. I might check it down because we have that guy with one big blind. So all we're doing is waiting until he busts. We don't need at this point we're so close to the bubble that there's no need to try to accumulate more chips.
Yeah. Oh, that poor guy. He'll probably win though.
I think he's done. I think we're making that money.
I almost feel like pulling for him though. I feel kind of bad.
I don't know if you got a future in poker if you're pulling for the one guy who's keeping you from getting paid.
Yeah, I know. It's I recently bought Daniel Negreanu's book,
Okay. Which
and
one?
it's um, shit. I don't remember.
Is it like the secrets of like 20 secrets of winning Hold'em players or whatever?
Is that what, I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But anyway, there's a whole chapter. It seems like on how to be a dick and not care about what other people are doing. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's a ruthless game and a cutthroat game where everyone else is just looking out for their own interests. And
No, really, I was excited for him going out. So
yeah, I mean,
so
it's be their friend off the table, but on the table, everyone's an enemy, everyone's a target. That's just the attitude you have to take if you want to be a
yeah.
winner in this game. You got to be ruthless and cutthroat.
Yeah. So we cashed two of those and we lost the lowest one.
Yeah, we won the ones that mattered.
So we made a net profit here today, which is really exciting for me.
That's what happens when you get on the show. You can play bigger and you're still gonna win.
It's
You got
it's like the Jarvis bump. It's like the Colbert bump, but not as famous.
yeah. Okay, now I get it. Um,
Wow.
hopefully we can make it more famous than the Colbert Bump one day.
Yeah, man.
He's got a pretty big audience. That'd be tough to compete with.
Yeah. He's
And
also
pe
funnier, but
yeah, people love current events and shit. Dude, it's hard to be funny with poker. I mean, it's a fucking game. I don't know. He's got
yeah.
like media and sports and unlimited resources to work from.
And he has the entire Republican Party to make fun of too. So this guy.
Yeah, American politics always a good thing
Yeah.
to poke fun at. Okay.
All right.
Well, any closing words for you? Anything you want to say to the fans, or you all good?
From me, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I appreciate the help. Actually, I knew it was going to be an incredible resource when I asked to have a coaching, so I would do it again several times. So if ever you run out of people to coach, keep me in mind. Um,
It's great. It was my pleasure doing this session with you.
yeah, absolutely my pleasure as well. And I think the thing that I took away the most was just more appropriate bet sizes and and races and things. I think I've got some notes here I've jotted down too, so I'll definitely review that.
Yeah, I'll just quickly go over. I had like 5 notes on my other computer.
Sure.
The first one was you had ace queen in the small blind with 4 limpers and you min raised. You now know that your raise size should be 3 times the big blind plus 1 for each limper. So if 3 people limped ahead of us, we're going to be making it about 6 times the big blind
Okay.
as a default. I also saw you were min betting the flop a lot, but we discussed why you should bet larger than that. And if you
Sure.
watch those videos on how to play the flop, it will tell you which board textures you want to bet bigger on, and realize that your betting size is usually going to fall between 40 and 80% of the pot.
Cool.
Next was I saw you open limping the button with like queen 10 suited. Generally,
What?
if you're going to play, come in for a raise,
Okay.
especially with like playable hands. And things like queen 8 suited, if they look good, but they're not good enough to raise, they should just be folded.
Let him go. Yeah. Cool.
Because just like you saw what happened, you got isolated for 3 times the big blind, not even that much, and there's nothing you could do. And it's just like, well, what was the point of even putting that first chip in?
Right.
If I'm just going to end up in what's most likely to be a shitty situation.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think as long as you stick with the program, you're going to be doing well. You seem to have a good handle on your emotions. You don't
Oh yeah,
get too
I don't
wrapped
give
up in
a
the stupid bullshit of the game. So that's good, man. Not giving a fuck, very
fuck. Yeah.
key to sticking around in this game.
Cool. Well, again, thanks, man. Anytime I will, anytime you need someone to pick on, I'm at your beck and call, sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yep.
And thanks to everyone who tuned in today. We will be live again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you get those applications in for free coaching. They are available at facebook.com/grips. And if you haven't read my latest article on Sit-N-Gos, go to my fucking website and read it, because you guys know where the website is, and the content, I'm making the content for you guys. So if you aren't using it, then that's just disrespectful. Anyway,
Dude, you guys are
this
fucks.
this has been Evan for Grips.com.